And what is going on, everybody? Quancredible here to bring you the review for Eden Zero Chapter 128. Now, this chapter is definitely like the wrapping up of everything, like just finishing up the stuff with Muller and on Foresta. So nothing like super crazy here. We do start it off as always with a pretty dope cover page of Hermit. She's looking pretty good here. No complaints there. Now, as for the very beginning of the chapter, we get Rebecca, Shiki, Hamura, as well as the girl that they were with, kind of just evading a lot of the natural disasters that are occurring on Foresta. Or I guess they're not really natural disasters, but just effects of the Doomsday Protocol that Muller activated. They're kind of just trying to avoid those. And Shiki's blowing up robots, Hamura slashing up robots, even Rebecca is like kicking robots, and they're all like just doing everything they can to survive, which gets this little girl kind of inspired by everything. And it's one of those things where I immediately thought of Elsie when I seen this, because Elsie notes that like Shiggy and the Four Shining Stars like saved her when she was a child, and they let her like take refuge on the ship. So it's one of those things where I'm wondering, is this little girl going to be like a Elsie type, or like a young Elsie type character, where the like current Eden Zero crew is going to save her, similar to how the past Eden Zero crew saved Elsie? I'm wondering, is that going to be a thing, or if at the end of this they're just going to leave her on Foresta. I mean, either way, I'm not going to be too upset, but it's just something that I noticed when I was like reading through it. I was like, okay, this could be a kind of cool parallel. We do get back to the satellite with Hermit, Weiss, and I was saying Lagna, but everybody was saying like, Quan, you're saying it weird. I guess it's Laguna. Let me know if you guys care which way I pronounce it. I'm gonna call it Laguna from now on, so I don't get yelled at. But Laguna is here as well, as he just showed up last chapter. So it's funny too, because everybody and their mom has been starting to ship Weiss with a Hermit as opposed to Hamura now. And it's one of those things where like I was with it, but now we got this possible triangle thing going on here with Hermit and Laguna, because he's the one who cooled her down. I don't know if I'm looking too much into that, but I mean, hey, it could be a potential triangle here. I know Mashima loves his little relationship triangles. He definitely gets a little kick out of it. Hermit is trying to hack into the system to, shut down the Doomsday Protocol and stop, the virus also that's making the robots act crazy. It's a bit of a funny moment when Weiss is there and he's like, am I supposed to help, or like, what can I do? And she's like, it's all programming, so you actually really just can't help all like that. To which Weiss is like, why did you even bring me if I can't even help? And then Hermit reaffirms him that you're the one that's supposed to kill me, like if I got hacked as well, which just like she says shows how much trust she has in Weiss. And then this is when this horrible creep Muller is actually still alive despite being blown up, and it's just like I really just want this dude to just like, they need to just, honestly, even if they threw him into space, he'd probably still be alive somehow. He'd just probably still be alive. To which when Weiss seen that this dude was still alive, Weiss was still on go. Like it's like Weiss was ready to take him out right there, but Hermit stopped him, and it's kind of like getting at him, like, oh, you're the one that hurt Jen and Kleene. And he's like, but I let them live and all of this. And we do get to flashback over to Sister in Kleine's memories. And this kind of is what I think is going to happen here from what I see, because she says that she's going to erase this terrible memory for her. And honestly, like, yes, this would fix it, but I didn't really like this all like this, to be honest with you, because it's one of those things where, granted, this is a fantasy series, obviously fantasy sci-fi series, so it's not real life. So, but I just feel like forgetting what upsets you, or like forgetting emotional trauma and things like that, doesn't really progress the character or the person. Like, you just literally forgot about it. Like you didn't accept it and grow from it. You didn't like accept it and move on. You didn't like make amends with it. You just literally just forgot about it. So like, if Sister's goal of fixing this, or if Sister's way of fixing this is just making Kleene forget about it, I don't like that, because she never really came to terms with it. Like, if this somehow comes back to her, then all of the same stuff could potentially happen again. Granted, this could be a plot point for later, say somebody brings it back up, or say she faces off against Muller for whatever reason in the future, or someone Muller like, and this memory just resurfaces and then she has to deal with it again. Like, yes, that could be a plot point, but in the moment, like as of right now, looking at it in this chapter, I just don't like it for Kleine's character, honestly. It's such it's just a corny fix to me. Oh, I'm just gonna erase your memory so you don't remember, and now you're gonna be happy again. It's like,
About this, look, man, I just don't know what to say. Scott?
Yep.
It is rare that I am relatively speechless. That moment has officially arrived.
But after that, we do get flashback to Hermit and Mueller. You know, Mueller's basically begging for his life, asking to like spare him and all this. And I did enjoy this part though, because Hermit like plays him. Like she doesn't come off as like immediately like extra mean or anything. And she basically gets close to him just to get his retinal scan. And it was just it was a dope, sneaky little moment from Hermit. And then from there, she delivers like this real nice punch. Like he definitely had that coming. I'd wanted this for a while. I definitely wanted Hermit to get her shot in. So this was a little bit of this was like self-satisfying here. But the only issue is like Hermit's punch did not kill this man. So like he's definitely still alive even after this. So it just annoys me because he's probably gonna escape, and he's probably going to be he's probably going to do something horrible down the line. And I hate this man so much. I cannot stress that enough. So he's definitely more than likely going to escape. I really don't see how, like, so unless they let like Weiss kill him, or maybe if they even capture him and bring him back to the Eden Zero, that could be interesting actually. If they capture him and bring him back to the Eden Zero and then Jin sees him, ooh, that might actually be a little spicy. I would actually like that. That would be the only exception to keeping him alive in this moment that I would enjoy. But with that, Hermit did stop the Doomsday Protocol, and basically the planet is, like, quote unquote saved. Like, I mean, yes, it's not going to blow up anymore, and yes, the robots aren't killing humans anymore, but the damage has already been done. And Rebecca talks about this, or not talk about it, but she mentions it in the very end of the chapter, saying that she can only hope that the bots and the humans of Foresta can manage to be friends again. Because honestly, after something this traumatic, I can very much so understand like how both sides, maybe the bots or the robots, maybe the bots or the humans, wouldn't really be too keen on each other after this. Like a lot of the damage done by Ziggy and by Mueller has already been done. Like this is a lot of like irreversible pain that has happened. I don't know why, but for some reason I was assuming that this planet was done. Like I thought this planet was gonna blow up. Just because like in the past, like Mashima, as we've seen, Indian Zero isn't like he definitely isn't shy from just getting rid of an entire place, or just making it to where they like have to leave for like whatever reason. As we've seen his numerous times, like with using chronophage to make them leave. I thought this was just going to be another form of that. But you know, whatever. The planet saved. I didn't really have stock in it blowing up. So like it doesn't really matter all that much to me. So it is cool to see that they did save the day. Now I'm not for sure where this is going to lead to from there, because we do still have this girl who may potentially get to stay with them. We do still have Mueller that is still technically in play here, as well as we have Xenolith. I'm not for sure if, since the Foresta systems are back online, is he just going to come back, or are they just truly going to take him back to the Eden Zero and leave with his bot body? Definitely a lot of things in play here right now, and the story could honestly go a lot of different directions here. I do kind of hope that next chapter everybody kind of like reconvenes and like trade stories, as well as we get the follow-up on Kleine's condition. I did kind of want to see a bit of Jin in this chapter, just because he's my favorite character and there's stuff relating to Kleene here, but understandably so, he didn't really have a place here, so I'm not really too mad about that. We will probably get his reactions to Kleine's new condition next chapter, possibly. One thing I also will say about her is, granted, I am happy that she'll get her emotions and stuff back, but I kind of like how she was. Like, I kind of like how she's always just like stone faced, and just her little like robot thing on her with like beep and boop and all that to kind of show how she felt. That kind of grew on me. So I'm not for sure how I'm going to feel about her actual character, or if she's going to be like too different from how she always was. So definitely interested to kind of see how that's going to go in the future. Honestly, this chapter was okay. I give it like a 7. It was cool. It was just really like, you know, it was a wrap up chapter, so it wasn't anything like crazy amazing. Good moment with Hermit punching Mueller in the face. Finally, that actually kind of felt good. But yeah, let me know how you guys feel about the chapter down below. Let me know how you guys feel about Sister erasing Kleine's memory to kind of fix the trauma. I'm a little curious to know how you guys feel about that, as well as how you guys think Kleene is going to react in the future. Like, do you think she's going to be the same, or do you kind of think she's going to be a different character altogether, just because now she can show emotions? Or she potentially may be able to show emotions. We don't know if it's going to be like for sure or not. Yeah, let me know all that stuff down below. Make sure you guys like the video, as well as subscribe to the channel for more Eden Zero content. I want to start doing like some character breakdowns, or maybe like some Ether Gear videos. I want to start doing some of those more on the channel, and just to get some more Eden Zero content on here, because I only talk about chapters. I want to talk about characters too. So I definitely want to do more of those in the future. So make sure you guys stick around so you guys can be here for those. Aside from that, make sure you guys enjoy the rest of you guys this day, and I will catch you all in my next video.